It's Tuesday, February 27th. This is another mid-morning SPY update, as well as just a couple of stocks I bought. Again, the SPY, as discussed, it looks like it's heading a little lower here to take out some liquidity to the downside. So without much momentum. So the key is going to be if it can get to this area, is it going to really build some momentum to the downside, start getting into this gap, or is it going to be just kind of the bottom of a range, taking out liquidity and reversing back to the upside, which I, have discussed that on the weekly chart. I still anticipate that weekly high being taken out at some point this week. We're early in the week, moving a little lower, holding in the upper end of that range. And the exciting trade would be if we fail to move lower, which we are doing now, and can't reach some of these targets down here. The turning up would be a very good sign to test the highs of last week and maybe beyond that. So we will see what happens as it moves up. So it's just something where, I'm kind of watching this, not really trading it to the downside, even though intraday structure is down there. And there's been a couple of stocks I bought along the way to the upside that are acting a little stronger than the market. So just to follow up on those, Netflix, I told you how I bought it here at this kind of first pullback green bar. It's moved up nicely. I have some nice gains here. And Coinbase, which I bought for different reasons, I kind of broke even on because that didn't move. So I bought it here at this blue line, after the green bar. It tried to go up for 2 bars or so and then had a bit of a shooter bar, so I sold it very close to break even, and I'm still watching it. This one, again, big uptrend, but a lot of exhaustion risk. Watch that first pullback, thought it might want to work up to that range. But that one I was a little more nimble on, just given the exhaustion risk in play. Trend is still up, but it might need to take out liquidity on a second push down, as opposed to just having that immediate, move back up to the, into that range after some selling came in. Netflix, a lot better stock. I discussed that, it was more a consolidation area here in the daily chart that's breaking out to the upside. So that first move here kind of took out, first move on the daily chart took out these highs and paused a little bit, but now we're continuing higher. So, again, I bought Netflix, the 580 calls at 1846. I was able to exit most of those at 22, so really nice gain there. And then Coinbase, like I said, bought at 199.88, and I got out at 199.45, which is right around break even, a very, very small loss. So overall, good trade on, those two stocks on balance. We'll see if Netflix here, it's kind of pausing near the highs of the day. I still think it should break above that, and we'll see if that goes higher. And again, the market, the big thing on the SPY, I just wanted to point out, even now it's coming out, taking out the lows of the day and starting to have a little buying tail develop. But, we're going to go bar by bar here and see what happens. There's still no upside yet. But I'm just patiently waiting for it to develop, and knowing that at least at the moment, until it does happen, that we are kind of continuing down in compound fashion to this target down here. But if we can't reach it, I've said this over and over, then I'm going to be more excited to the upside. So let's see what unfolds here for the rest of the afternoon.